Now you can probably hear me. Hey everyone, welcome back to another Stoneblade Entertainment SolForge Fusion Digital Client live stream. I'm your host, Jurch. I am head of organized play and events at Stoneblade. And thank you for joining me either today, if this is your first time, if you kind of casually check in, or if you've been following me all week, where I have been streaming the SolForge Fusion Digital Client and previewing, well, not previewing anymore, but showing off set 3 the last winter. We've been opening up my sealed Kickstarter product all week. We've shown off some Phantom decks, and we've just been playing a lot in the digital client with a lot of these new cards and combinations. And today is the kind of culmination of that. It's the last time that I'm going to be streaming this week because it's a Friday. And I've got one more sealed booster that I opened up and loaded into the system. We can talk about possible pairings on that, and then I'll jump into the queue, see what we can kind of match up against, and see how this sealed is going to go. And then if we've got time, because I'll be with you for about 2 hours, we will see if I can muster up my best set 3 combo that I've opened, and see if that can kind of do what it's supposed to do, have a high level of success. I don't usually judge it by wins and losses in the queue because you don't know what you're going to face. But if I can be doing my fun stuff and showing off some really cool cards and some combos, that's what I'm going for. If you are interested in getting more involved in SolForge Fusion, I've got a slide at the end of the episode. I do every week. I just forget to preview it. I just kind of show it, where it gets you involved with other content that we put out, the Discord, with the events page, so you can be showing up for weekly or monthly events that we've got going on, either through the digital client online tournaments, or we've got physical SolForge Fusion as well, including Gen Con, which you can register for. Sign up for Worlds right now. I believe those tickets are live. Just very excited for the things that we've got coming up. And without further ado, let's jump into the client, and then we'll kind of bounce back and forth with news and stuff like that. But let's play some games. All right, so in the collection, what I did is I just favorited the 4 decks that I opened up, and this is me simulating what I would do if it was a sealed pod, if I was playing in a sealed event, and what my thought process that I'd go through and what pairing I would end up making. So the Aloyan that we opened up, we've got Ironbeard, the X Arches of Satisfied Bubbles. I love a deck name with bubbles. We've got Knockback, Shield Slam, and Formation. So it starts out with a little bit of kind of control. Then Shield Slam is a little removal if we've got a lot of armor synergy. I mean, it gives all your creatures armor, but it's nice to have some already there with you. And then Formation is giving a creature attack and adjacent creatures attack as well. So let's dive into the creatures we got going on here. The Advancing Scavenger. When a creature replaces this, upgrade a card in your hand, then discard it, or level 3, just upgrade a card in your hand. I really like how the Scavenger, it doesn't usually have a lot of attack, but it typically has a lot of health. So I like, especially at level 2, that's where it kind of crests in terms of that curve, that if you're playing sealed, you want things that can stall out your opponent for a couple of turns so you can start to look for what you're trying to do. I think this card is a great opportunity to help you do that, just by the fact that it's going to stay on the board. We've got the Ardent Researcher. So that's got armor synergy with Exalt synergy. So you're going to need Exalts in play, and then that'll give this armor. Let's hope we can get some. The Guard Hacker. Deploy, you get armor this turn. Hey, Gorgeous. Good to see ya. Metamind Warden, always a good control card because it's got that activate ability. Give an enemy creature minus attack. And then when you upgrade a card, ready this. Well, that kind of combos with the Scavenger. Mobilizing Archivist, deploy, upgrade a card in your hand and discard it. That definitely combos with the Metamind Warden. And then deploy, give one of your creatures 2 mobility this turn. That could be kind of nice. Venerable Prophet, nice big body. Venerable Scrapper, body and a little bit of replacement synergy when a creature replaces this. Spells, we've got Renewal, so that gives a lot of armor to a creature, and it readies it, so that can work with the Metamind Warden. Sonic Burst, that's good control, destroying all enemy creatures with 3 attack or less, 5 attack or less, 8 attack or less. And that can combo with our Metamind Warden. So we've got a little bit as a, this could be a support faction. Hopefully we can find something else that is going to do a lot more upgrades to ready the Metamind Warden. Or if we've got some with printed armor on it, then we could be leading into that. Or we're looking for more of a leading faction where this can be the support one. And then we've got Drone Hive, one of my favorite cards that is rising on my list. Rajadahe, welcome, welcome. Yeah, Drone Hive. I've had a lot of success this week playing with Drone Hive. So this has some potential. I'm hoping that we get upgrade synergy to be working with the Metamind Warden, and then we're able to keep that around enough to be pinging things down their attack with Sonic Burst, and then Drone Hive for the kills. So we've got play lines here. It's a promising start. I'll go over to Tempest now, and we have the Lying Adept Mystery Army. Korok's Wisdom, play a level 1 Tempest card for free. Whirlwind, give a creature plus 6 attack and move it to any lane. And then Stronghold, give one of your creatures plus 15 attack. If it's in a lane with one of your Exalts, it gets aggressive this turn. I lost a match simply based on that Forgeborn ability. It was pretty cool to see my opponent do that. Caught that on stream earlier this week, so you should go back and check that out. I think it was Wednesdays, if I'm not mistaken. It was a really, really cool move. All right, onto the cards. Arrogant Sparker, give the next creature you play plus attack. I always like that. Combat Shardback. Shardback is always lethal. We're going to see if we've got opportunities to deal it damage, so then it can start damaging the entire enemy board. That's usually a really good one to have in a limited format, because then it's difficult to deal with unless your opponent has direct and hard removal. Echoing Crasher. If this replaced a creature, you may play a level-gated Exalt for free. That one's nice. And if it's in the lane with an enemy Exalt, give it attack. We'll have to see if we get some Exalts here. And hopefully, because then that might actually pair with Drone Hive a little bit. Potentially. Flamebreak Invoker, I like that. It's got aggressive, it's level gated, but it gives those other creatures aggressive for you as well. I kind of like that counterpunch. Fleet Giant, that's a big body at all 3 levels, and it's got mobility. Summoning Gale Carrier, you may move one of your Exalts, and then you get to play a minion. Wildfire Maiden, this combo with Shardback is really powerful, because if this is exalted, so if it's in a lane with one of your Exalts, you can activate to deal some damage to a creature or player. Well, if you activate to deal a little bit of damage to your own Shardback, then that damages the entire enemy board. So I think that could be the key that unlocks what this half deck wants to do. Windweaver Asir, you can either ready or exhaust a level-gated creature and can only use that ability once per turn. This one can go well with the Wildfire Maiden. Heck, any other activate. But it looks like that's the only real activate we have here. I mean, you've got the Flamebreak Invoker, which you only really need to do once. Or mobility, but it's pairing really nicely with that Wildfire Maiden. Onto the spells, we've got the Flamestoker Ritual, also self-damage, which then you're able to damage your own Shardback. So this is probably a really strong half deck, and this might be where we're going to start our pairings. And then we've only got one Exalt, Deep Frost Hills, which in general, especially in sealed, this is going to be a really good card because it's going to live in a lane and give the opposing creature Defender when you activate it. And at the higher levels, actually, no, it's at all levels, it damages the creature too. So I'm most concerned about being able to give the opposing creature Defender to push it back, to not have it be as aggressive or dealing as much damage to you right away. So I think that could be powerful as well. It's still, as far as I know, not working 100% properly in the digital client. So that's kind of a feels bad for right now, but it's something that we could work around if this is, in fact, the route we want to go. Let's swing down to Utera. And we've got the Hearing Tanglespout Grooms. Oros, Barkskin, Deepwood Assault, giving a creature plus attack and breakthrough, and then Shapeshift, giving it a lot of attack and health and has all creature types. We've got Arboris, so we're going to need life gain in order for this card to be really viable. I mean, breakthrough's still good to have on a decent sized creature. Everflow Eidolon, Defender, and it's giving your back row creatures plus attack. It's a pretty nice body to keep around if you want to be stalling out your opponent. Pack Bartok, that's pretty good self synergy. That Tempest, yeah, it does. That Tempest does look very fun. I'll see what I can pair with it. Pack Bartok, I guess kind of self, kind of anti synergy, because give the next creature you play this turn plus attack and health, but then deploy. This gets attack for every creature you have in play. We'll see. I've been warming on the Bartok over the last year or so. I think it's a pretty decent creature and a good deployability with it. Springbloom Bear. Both players are gaining health. Whoa! A Betrayer Burnout. I don't remember what these decks were. I just scanned them in and gave them a heart. So these are genuine reactions. A Betrayer Burnout normally happens in Tempest. You get to play a spell sprite and give all of your creatures attack. So I don't know if this necessarily bodes well for this deck here, but I think the opportunity to pair this with like a Chain Lightning Tempest deck, that could go a long way. And I don't remember what day it was. Maybe it was yesterday. During yesterday's stream, I was making Chain Lightning work, or maybe that was Wednesday night. These days all run together when you're streaming every day. But Chain Lightning is a new Tempest spell that says you get to play a spell sprite minion. When one of your creatures gains attack this turn, deal 2 damage to the enemy player. So having something like this that gives all of your creatures attack and it's a spell could be troublesome. Druid's Chant, I really like. So we've got a decent amount of health gain, actually. Druid's Chant and Springbloom Bear aren't great, but it's decent and could work with potentially Arboris, at least early on. Nature's Progression, able to upgrade a creature, which I like. So then that works with the Aloyan a little bit. Shaman's Channeling, it's giving you plus attack. And then if you've got spirits in your banish pile, then it gives creatures breakthrough. I haven't been counting spirits yet, but I'm not noticing many. So we've got 1. Oh, this deck only has 4 creatures in it. Ew. 3, 4, and then a couple exalts though. Cherished Shrine, also spirit synergy, and it's giving a creature armor, which pairs with a Aloyan. And then Preserved Habitat, upgrading creatures. And then when you upgrade a card, give your creature in this lane plus attack and health. So we've got a little bit of armor synergy. We've got a fair amount of upgrade synergy. I might start out pairing this and Aloyan. Because I kind of like that. The Tempest looks really good, but I've played Tempest the last couple of nights, and this, I think, might work well with the Aloyan. And, we've got 2 hours to test stuff out. So let's see what the Detachment of Vice and Betraying, Circe's Soul Siphon, Grave Robbery, and Circe's Propaganda. Covetous Bloodlord, a stealthy vampire mage that is taking attack from one of your characters and giving it to this. Gloom Reaper Hag, that's a staple, a nice underdrop that's giving you a little bit of health when it dies and deals damage to the enemy player. Graveborn Caller, another spirit. When this deals damage to an enemy player, you can play a minion. We've got Hantu now, so we've got a lot of spirit synergy. Well, I guess not spirit synergy, but Hantu is the big bad, forces your opponent to take damage, or you get to reanimate the creature when it's destroyed. So this might work with the Tempest, not the Tempest, but the Utera as well. Malicious Banshee, E2 Hantu. Malicious Banshee, it has a slay, deal damage to the enemy player. When this is destroyed, give one of your other creatures attack. Also nice. The Neuralian Golfer, when it's exalted, you can activate to destroy a low attack creature. That works well with the Aloyan too. The Stalking Revenant, aggressive and stealth, and when this is destroyed, deal damage to up to 1 creature. And then the Stout Maw, give the next enemy creature minus attack and health. And then we have Forsaken Mausoleum, Spirit Synergy, dealing damage to a creature, gaining health, and then Sacrifice Chamber with a nice Slay ability. We've got a lot of options here. A lot of options. Hantu is really difficult to deal with in a limited format because it's going to be reanimating creatures. There is a fair amount of healing for Arboris, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like we've got multiple options. Dragon Tribal. Gorgeous. Let's try. Ooh. So I like the Aloyan Utera, but let's at least try one match with Hantu here. We'll try one match with this. And see if we can get Arboris going. All right. Neither one of these are actually gaining health. But Cersei is... I don't want to look at the level 4 Forge vulnerability because I'm hoping games don't get there. So I think Oros giving two of my creatures a little bit of armor and then giving a creature +7 attack and breakthrough, I think that might be a little bit better than trying to hope I get lucky with my opponent having a creature that I want in their banish pile. So I think I'm going to go that. Friday Dragons. And we'll try a match like this, and then I might go with the Aloyan Utera, because I want to give Aloyan a little bit of love this week too. And I don't think I've done a Necromutera pairing yet this week. And then we will just see whoever we get to face. And as usual, this stream is sponsored by water. And if we don't find an opponent soon, we can just jump into the campaign. This is always dicey because I never remember where I'm at. Probably just lost a match. Oh, match found as soon as I was jumping into a battle with Nyx. Oh, Rajadahe! Are you glad the 5-day bender is over? I like streaming a lot. It's challenging to be keeping it fresh and to remember what happened which day. So there are some times when I guess it happens almost all the time, when I forget what happened on each day. When I start the week and I've got things planned out, I like looking forward to it, and I like interacting with people and playing different people, and hopefully next time I do one of these marathon streams or like every day during the week, that I get it working where I can more reliably pair up against somebody and have like a guest on each time, because I think that's really fun, is being able to have a guest on and talk with them through their plays, talk with them through sealed. But yes, it's always nice to be done and get onto a little bit more regular schedule. All right, and I don't need any of those up, so I can close out of that to try to. And my opponent is starting off with the Firefist Uranti, a classic from set 1, and possibly damaging me directly a whole bunch. All right. Well, I need to get over 50 and stay over 50. So part of what's going to help that is going to have to be the Gloom Reaper Hag. Right there, and then drain 3. All right. Well, don't mind if I do. Put Arboris right there. I've got over 50 health, so that's going to get +3/+3. And now the question is, Well, I'm not going with the upgrade synergy. That would be more with a Loyan. So then it's either Forsaken Mausoleum to be doing a little bit of damage, or the Sacrifice Chamber with on my Arboris to then be trying to have it pay itself to be gaining the health on slays to give me enough health to damage or to give me enough health so then I can have the triggers for Arboris at the higher levels, the deploy abilities. So we shall see. That'd be really cool if I could get a 100 Arboris for this stream. Ah, Flame Shaper Savant. Dealing 1 damage to the Fire Fist. What did that ever do to you? Poor. Okay. And then potentially doing that to. Okay. And then also pinging. There we go. Makes sense. I got to figure out how to get rid of that Thundersoar now before that takes out my nice, happy creature. And I got to get rid of that Flame Shaper Savant. So this is where we're going to see if this deck has the pieces that it needs for removal. And none of these cards here are going to offer that removal to me. Because this is give 1 of your creatures 4 armor this turn. So I could still give that to Arboris. Oops. That was fun while it lasted. Okay. And if you have a spirit in your banish pile, give a creature in this lane +2 health. Well, so that is going to pay off for both of my creatures. And I want to make sure that that just says give 1 of your creatures for me this turn. Okay. Because some of these exalts are still learning the correct language. So it's like River of Souls, and there's a few others where it's the card says you can play a creature in this lane, but the digital client allows you to play it in any lane, which you don't want to do. Dealing 1 damage to me, trying to get me down. Whoa. This is destroyed. Each enemy player destroys 1 of their creatures with decreased health. Well, I don't have a creature with decreased health. Yeah. Because decreased means lower than its printed ability. And this printed is 4. So that, as smart as that is, that's not actually going to do what you want it to do. Sadly. For you, not for me. For me, it's great. So now for my second play, this Maw doesn't do me any good, and it doesn't grow much bigger. Forsaken Banshee, okay. I may go with this Everflow Eidolon just to keep myself afloat a little bit longer, health-wise. There we go, and I get that Slay trigger from Arboris in that lane. So I'm up at 53. I like that. Give up to 2 of your creatures 4 armor this turn. Oh, and I got Hantu. Well, I think that has to be the first play. Because that's going to force my opponent into having to make some bad decisions. And Cherish Shrine could keep going, so. Give up to 2 of your creatures +4 armor this turn. If my opponent's putting something big in the way of Hantu, then I might have to give the armor to Hantu. Oh, my opponent could steal Hantu. Oh no! Put a level 1 creature from an enemy player's banish pile into play in any of your lanes. Cherish Shrine, I would agree, Gajas. If it's in the right deck, it can be really, really good. Because this level 1 is just if you have one or more spirits in your banish pile, you can activate to give 2 armor to a creature in that lane. And then it scales up much higher. And especially with an Aloyan. So I would like to see what this Utera can do with Aloyan that has a little bit of armor synergy. Bye, Arboris. Unless pass control into your opponent. Took the 3 damage. Okay. Hmm. So let's see. I've got options here. I could Spring Bloom to gain a little bit more health. I'm thinking I might try to go Preserved Habitat and put that in my Everflow Eidolon lane. Let's see, that says, yep. Because then that would win that trade and then I wouldn't die from that Slay. Or I can just give it the armor and have this Hantu getting super, super big. Let's do that. Hantu big, upgrading the bear. Give the creature in that lane +3/+3 to make it much more difficult to deal with because I don't want that to get into my banish pile if I can help it. So my opponent wouldn't just be able to snipe it. This Grave Robbery is a really interesting card because now that's forcing me to play differently and try to keep different creatures alive. That's really cool. All right. And I think this cherished shrine, because it gives 2 armor, is going to negate combat with this Fire Fist Oranti. So as long as my opponent doesn't start pinging whatever's here, I can just slowly whittle that down. And I don't mind making this a 4-lane game. I don't mind making this a 4-lane game. River of Souls, nice. Yep, this is one of the ones that I mentioned that was kind of bugged because it says they can put a creature. Oh, they're gonna Grave Robber. Oh, my Gloom Reaper Hag. Oh no. So now I'm gonna take damage. They're gonna gain health. All right. Deal 6 damage. There goes Hantu. Yep. Well, it was fun while it lasted, I think. And damage there. I didn't get time to put the armor on. This is a good turn. And deal a little damage to me. So now I am below 50. And I'm not having the opportunity to even get something on the board. Okay. Well, we've got 1 creature, so let's Druid's Chant to try to keep me above 50 as best we can. And prevent that Slay trigger from happening. I'm leaning towards doing my Stout Revenant in their sacrifice in my sacrifice chamber lane. If they activate their River of Souls, actually even my Graveborn Caller. Because then, when this deals damage to an enemy player, play a mindless zombie minion. What are you gonna do? Just trying to ping me down a little bit? Because if I can Graveborn Caller, into that sacrifice chamber if they put a mindless zombie minion here, which is what the level 1 ability says you can do. Oh, nice! A Betrayer War Tusk. Well, now I don't get the benefit of that. And then those are going to trade. Hmm. Let's see. I think I like this though. I think I like doing the Graveborn Caller there. And then I'll take 3 from the sleigh, which is fine. Okay. Cherish Shrine here. Give one of your creatures 8 armor this turn. If you have 2 or more spirits in your banish pile, give the creature in this lane plus 4 armor this turn. Let's see. That is going to be really nice to have all that armor on something. So let's go like this. Let's Gloom Reaper Hag, and then Cherish Shrine it. And then that'll give me the opportunity to potentially do Cherished Shrine, the other one. Because Everflow Eidolon isn't going to do me a whole lot of help back. Oh, no. That's not going to be good. Oh, no. Oh, no. Flame Shaper Savant. And then a Yeti's going to take that out. Oh, shooty shoot. A lot of quick damage there. I think, because I want to get rid of that. My opponent's still got another play. So whatever I play, they're going to be able to do a lot of damage to. How many spirits do I have in my banish pile? Oh, I've got 4. I got plenty. Hmm. Yeah, I'm worried about the route that my opponent could take with that. So let's just get this completely buffed up. Inescapably buffed up. Even though in general I wouldn't mind Gloom Reaper Hag dying, I need to get that Fire Fist off the board because the little bits of damage that it can do are troublesome. Like this right now. Yep. And this is where it hurts not having a whole lot of hard removal. Summoning Mystic. It's dealing a lot of damage. And that's going to be to a creature or player, so that can go straight to my face. Yep. I'll be taking that 6 damage. I am not winning the war here. All right, I get to give a creature +7 attack. This turn it gets breakthrough. I've got another Hag. I've got the last Cherished Shrine, which isn't going to help me so much right now. A Malicious Banshee, which has a nice sleigh. I have an act. My opponent's still at 50 health here, so I got to figure out what I'm doing about that. And I think the way is probably going to have to be getting creatures on the board. One thing this set is lacking is solid removal, but yes. Yeah, but and then lacking solid removal then just makes other sets more viable. Oh, and then that's going to take out my Gloom Reaper Hag. That's tough. That's a tough break. Unless they want to just be doing 6 more damage to me. No, wiping my creature out. Yeah, I'll get a little bit from that. And what is the... Oh, it's got mobility. Okay. Well, I think 7 attack and breakthrough is not going to work so well when I'm this low on health. So I need to start to figure out how to reclaim a little bit more of the board. And that's going to be trying to get a creature that will survive in a lane for a while. And then also getting rid of this gloom fire shaper savant. And I would agree that this set is probably lacking a lot of the direct removal that has been a source of comfort for previous sets. But it also then with the just crazy amount of like exalts, it really plays into a lot of that type of synergy of a player being able to just change the landscape of the board. And I think that's going to pay really cool dividends down the line. But I need to figure out how to survive this here. Okay. So we've got the Neuralian Golfer, which I can do and then activate to get sacrifice chamber working a little bit. So let's do that. Because that is destroy a creature with 2 attack or less. And I'll just destroy that one. Thank you very much. And I still get to give a creature 7 attack and breakthrough this turn. But I am going to wait on that. And this War Tusk. Oh, it's just given mobility for that turn. That's a big problem. But that hibernating Drake is boxed in there. And what's their Forgeborn ability? Give all non-Necreum creatures -3/-3. Well, then I'll just keep playing Necreum. And also they're doing a Flame Shaper and Dark Shaper. A double Savant combo. Aha. -1/-1 there. All right. And then -1, all right. Okay. Well, I wish I could get actual value out of this Graveborn Caller, but that's not going to happen if I want to be maintaining any amount of health here. But I think this is the route I have to go. And just hope that I can start to plug up this lane. Yeah, I do like that I'll be able to get a zombie brute over here unless my opponent does some shenanigans there. And they don't, so I take 10 damage. I am just going to play a brute there. Just get something in the way. All right. Skuro. Could have put that creature versus Tusk, then buffed with Forgeborn. That would have just given it enough attack. I was looking to try to get extra benefit out of this creature going forward. So just throwing it as a lamb to the slaughter doesn't really accomplish the goal that I want it, that I want to, the value I want to get out of it. But yes, if I was just trying to avoid taking damage, then that's the route I could have gone. So I've got options here again. My opponent did an interesting tactic of putting their Everflame Phoenix in the way, and they'll pay the damage in order to get the level 3 out for free, which I think is a very interesting. Would have cleared Tusk, and I wouldn't have got the zombie because I wouldn't have damaged the enemy player. Because, oh no, because I was in front. I was in front still. Yep, so the breakthrough would have worked. That probably would have been a solid option. Okay, well, now that I'm off Forge, hmm. I'll go Hantu there, and I'll give this some armor. Okay, my opponent still gets to give all non-Necrium creatures -3/-3, but that would hurt them way worse than me. Oh, deal 8 damage and it still takes it out. I like getting 2 brutes and maybe even eating the level 3 Phoenix once it flips. Yeah. That's the route I was going, was trying to get a little extra value on that. Okay. So let's see. So 5, 12. Ooh. So I could go like this. Oh, wait, but then 7 is just 15. That's still not enough. Oh, that's not a great idea. Why did I miscount that? 7 and 5 is 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep. Okay, well, then in that case, let's get something bigger. And then we'll make sure that we at least take that out this time. Play a zombie brute. I'll just fill that lane. Thundersoar gets 3 attack. I can deal with that right now. Okay, so give a creature +10/+10. This turn it has all creature type. This turn it has all creature types. Destroy one of your creatures to give a creature +12/+12. Whew. And we're both at 25 health. Hmm. Well, might as well do that right away. And then let's go with Arboris. I don't get the bonus. Druid's Chant will get me the Oak Father, yep. Provided my opponent doesn't, because I need to be more than 30. So I'm hoping I can Druid's Chant on my Arboris and then get the Oak Father over here. Because I'm thinking my opponent's going to move the Phoenix into that River of Souls lane. So I might then shapeshift and just get this level 2 Arborist as close as I can to 100, 100. Might be worth doing first. Yeah, quite possibly. Hmm. Okay. So they only have one direction they can go with that one, with the Phoenix. So we're going to Druid's Chant and plus 10 plus 10. Let's go like this. Make that really big. Play the Oak Father. And then use my Forgeborn to make that really big. So I'm putting my opponent in a bad spot that I've got two really big creatures that can't be ignored. And they have one, the bird can mostly block one of them, but it can't block them both. And they would have to destroy one of their creatures in order to give a creature plus 12 plus 12. Which then it would be strong enough, if you gave it to the Phoenix, it'd be strong enough to destroy either one of my creatures. Or if you destroyed something to then give the Thundersoar enough attack, 12/12 would make that really formidable to try to tangle with for the last three combats. That would be tough. Yep, Thundersoar. Okay. Well, but that's not going to work because, well, they have to then put the mindless zombie there because I've got 25 showing right now. So they need to block this. Yeah. Yep. I think that's what they're. Oh. And then that. Okay. Yeah. So then this has what? Okay. Whoa, a lot going on. Very yeah, I would agree, Godges. It's a very interesting choice in what route they're doing with that. Okay, so do I have a way to get that 8 damage? Well, but I'm still doing okay. Oh, they couldn't have just chump blocked because that would have um my sacrifice chamber would have then siphoned three. Why did my Arborist go back down to just 7/7? What did I miss there? Did it just get the plus 10 plus 10 this turn? Oh, yeah. It might have only gotten that this turn. Shoot. I'm going to report that. Yeah. Okay. So now I have to somehow 12 armor. So then I need to put a creature in this lane. It's known. Yeah. Oh, hey, Ike. Well, pack bar talk. And then we're just going to put some armor on it. Ike, have you gotten a chance to play any set 3 yet? I know that this gets into your busy season. We'll see what my opponent's going to do because I still have a lot of damage showing. They could River of Souls any level 2 creature that then will mean that I don't get my uh, stealth attack through. But then what are they going to do? Because play level 1 card, deal 3 damage. Is that 3 damage going to go directly to my health? Or take out that brute? Or. Okay. Because that's worth more than 3 damage. And that, which is going to deal 4 there. Okay. Then move that over. Okay, so right now I'm not dealing any, and I'm taking 4 plus 15. I'm taking 19. So I would still win, but I want to make sure that I don't chance it because I've done my math wrong before. Okay. So that's way big. Hmm. But I can destroy a creature with 5 attack or less. And then I would get this slay trigger. Ooh, this is going to be not good because that doesn't do anything. So 30. Okay. So I think we have to start like this and take that out. Then gain 3. I'm still going to end at -2. But we're going to see what they bring back with that River of Souls. Hmm. Okay. Because that'll deal 5 damage to a creature or player. That they have level 1, that warrior, that summoning, I can't remember what it was. But that will end up causing a lot of harm. So let's go like this. And then give it armor. So I'll be taking 21 and stay alive. Ice Ninjas just opened my Kickstarter the other day and haven't had the chance yet. Played with the Phantom deck that I want to keep. Oh, yeah. Everybody's wanted to keep the Phantom decks. All right. So if reanimating that level 1. Yep. I like this combo. It's using that Dark Shaper Savant, which I really like. So I get to give -6, -6, and deal 10 damage. Oh, so that clears my board. Yep, they win. Nice. Yep, good game. Good game. Flame Shaper and Dark Shaper. Yeah, really nice. That was pretty cool. Yeah, that was a really good game. Yep. And that shows The absolute power of having hard removal. And I know that my camera's glitching a little bit. Okay. So that was one match that took an hour. Yeah, that was a really good game. I want to try something that's going to have some hard removal. And we'll see what that can come up with. Friday night test 2. I don't remember if I gave a number on the first one, but it was a good game. It was a good game. Yeah. Down to the wire. Sorry it took so long. The savants kept hiding. That hey, I don't mind it. That was good. It was a good challenge. It's a very strong deck. I really like the what the savants can do. Okay, who are we facing next? Pickle Ballern. Okay. Well, I like this start. I don't like that I got Drone Hive in here right away, but Metamind Warden, where I can start whittling that down a little bit, and then I'm just going to play the Preserved Habitat right after it and upgrade the Advancing Scavenger. So that will get up to a nice big body. And even if I won't be able to remove, I'll at least be able to have a big body. There. And upgrade that. Ready it. I've only opened one last winter, yet it had that Necrium, so I had to try the two. Yeah, that's a really good, strong pairing. All right. So I'm taking 7 damage right away. That's okay, because this isn't meant to be gaining life. Ardent Researcher, that was Fight Exalts in play. Pack Bartok, Cherished Shrine did help. But I think we're going to go the double creature route. Savant Idiocy. I think it's really strong. Like I've been mentioning, I think that the Dark Shaper Savant is one of the strongest cards. And I've really been trying to pair with it. Okay. So let's make you move that. Actually, you know what? How much does that deal? Deals 2. Let's go like that. Bartok, go be a friend to whatever's coming next, and you get a little bit of benefit from there. Ooh, what Techno Hulk is that? Combat one? Okay. And I know I don't have enough uh, spirits in this Aloyan half, and definitely in this Utera, to try to lean into the spirit synergy, but I at least have an opportunity potentially for the Exalts. Not for the I'm sorry, for the armor to trigger a little bit. Oh, touche. All right, I'm already down to 34. Hmm. Hmm. Let's see. Rageborn Eruptor, sure. And they get to deal 2 damage to the player. Okay. Okay, so my thinking here is that I'm going to be playing the Archivist second. So I want a creature in this preserved habitat lane to get buffed up stats from upgrading. So I think that might end up being Arboris. And then I'll figure out what I have to do in order to get rid of that assassin. Yeah, because that's going to be a problem instantly. So if I go like that, upgrade a card in your hand and discard it. Let's upgrade Burnout. So that goes up to 7/7. Yep. Give one of your creatures mobility this turn. Ooh. Well, it's not going to matter too much because I want to take out that creature anyways. Yeah. And a deck cycle 1, I'm at 16 health. Not great. Not a great start. But let's see. Forgeborn ability, move a creature to the back of its row. Back row of its lane, you may give it -5 attack. And play level 1 Gizmo meaning, upgrade a card in your hand. Okay. Let's go like that. Try to gain a little bit of health. Give me some margin for error, if you will. And I think I might have to use my Forgeborn ability right here on this. I have faith you can pull out a 100/100 Arborist this game. I'll do what I can. It's not looking great. So if I replace, then I give that replacing creature +5. Pack would only get it up to 2. What is it getting? 3. So it'd be adding 6. And it would survive. Well, let's just do that. And let's try to win a trade here. I have to start winning trades in order to stay alive, and I'm losing this one in the middle lane. So if I can win these 2, I can start to get a board state that I'm looking for. Well, if I can still win 2 lanes, nope, that's the game. Wow. Yeah. Okay. That did not work out. That did not work out at all. That was only an 8-minute match. Yikes. Okay. Why do I want to try this again? I know. I tip my cap to my opponent there. That was really fast. And I didn't have the tools to properly counter, and the tools I did have, I wasn't using. Yeah. Because I've been trying too hard to make my things work and not trying to win the game. So I am going to switch gears, still playing the same deck and try to win the game. Otherwise, I might make a combo with this Tempest and see what we can do with it. But I know as soon as I get into this campaign again, I'm going to be summoned into a match. Okay. Oh, and I go first. So I'd play suppressing, but there's nothing to suppress. So I'll just do Portotron. Oh, that is an ugly opening hand. You've been playing sealed against constructed witches. Yeah, it is. It is. I don't ever like to use that as a reason for not winning, and I don't try to use winning as my metric of success for these. Ooh, I get to go first. Okay. Well, I see a nice, pretty straightforward route. Spring Bloom Bear. Everybody loves a good bear. I wish that Spring Bloom wasn't just 2/3/5, but that at the last level it scaled with the creature. I'd love that if both players just got 20 health. Nobody would know what to do. Both players just got 20 health. I might need to go back to the Necrium in order to try to get this Arboris up to 100. Oh, that's a nice little two-step right there. Because then that Stegodon Alpha is going to boost the Torgmai Mender, which then can choose dinosaurs again and boost it back and forth. Nice. Okay. Oh, hey, Solmer. What did they just play? I missed that. Oh, Botanimate. Great. Hmm. Okay, now I'm in a rough spot because their creatures are too big for Sonic Burst. I've only got one. I've only got one creature to play, so playing Preserved Habitat and then getting rid of my other creature wouldn't really be serving much of a purpose for me. So I wonder if I burn out and then I use Druid's Chant there on this spell sprite to take out Stegodon. Oh, Toxic Alk. So we can go like that and make it up to an 8/7, which is going to be something that they're going to have to deal with. I still take 11 damage, but I at least have something coming back at them a little bit. 5/9 and level 1. Ooh. I could do the Metamind Warden and Mobilizing Archivist combo to be giving -4 attack total. I don't like what that bodes for the board going forward. What does this say? Choose a creature type, give each creature that type +1. So plant, spirit, or beast, there's no overlap. So let's do the Venerable Prophet here to either force them to change or pick beast or spirit, or sacrifice this big creature. And then I might try to hide the Metamind Warden. Yeah. But either way, once again, it's not looking great because I like that toxic with the slay trigger. I think that's a potent combo. Oh my. It's going to give a level 1 creature attack and breakthrough. Okay. Let's still see if I can win this trade. Okay. So not bad. Not bad. And now I've got multiple, let's see, right here. I've got ways of buffing up this Metamind Warden. And their Forgeborn ability is still, yep, still Rosetta. Play Gizmo, upgrade level 1 card in your hand. And I get to give a creature -5 attack and move it to the back row. Okay. Let's flat out do that. And then that Slay is still going to gain them 3. Gain them 3 or lose me 4. I think I can go like that. Upgrade a card in your hand and then discard it. How many spirits do we have? None. So then that's not going to be any good for us. Ooh. 4 armor. 6/5/4. No, I think I need to go like that. Give one of your creatures mobility 1 this turn. Well, I'll give it there. Ready this. And if they're going to be able to buff that up no matter what, then I'll just kick that down. Yeah. And then upgrade a level 1 card in your hand. This enhances, I like that as a Forgeborn ability. I like that. And then predatory attack. Oof. Gains health, fights again, and then 2 slay triggers. Yowza. Okay. So let's do that. And then I'm going to prevent myself from taking a lot of damage. Hey, Zoe Misery's on. Welcome, welcome. And Bionic Soup, hey! We got some Australia. All right. So I can Spring Bloom Bear. There, and then I might Bartok to replace this. To give it 5 extra attack. But once again, I find myself in position where I'm not doing a lot of damage to my opponent. I'm not a fan of that. So we're going to go like this. Give it 5 more attack. So I've got 2 big creatures right now, which puts me in a pretty good position. But I am worried about if my opponent is going to replace this Gizmo with something or do something with that Lycian Shard potentially, because it's giving a creature attack, and if it's level 1, it gets Breakthrough. Or just leaving that Stegodon in the way to absorb damage, which is a good idea. Yeah, they've been playing well so far, so I would expect them to have an answer probably for Arboris. Or they might just take their lumps this time, suppressing. Oh, think. Whew. I don't have any creature that's 3 or less attack. Okay, so I got Metamind Warden and Nature's Progression. I think that combo could work. Whittle down the attacks of some of my opposing creatures here. Gonna give it there. Yeah. Give an enemy creature -3 attack. Oh, not gonna do that. Aha. Well, let's go like this. And take that, you voltaic prophet. And this is when this is replaced, when a creature replaces this. Yeah, so it does me no good. So it has to be Nature's Progression in order for me to save my Arboris. When you upgrade a card. Ah, okay. So I can either burn out and go for broke, or I do like this better. Oh, wait a minute. Let's be even smarter about this. Yeah, we're gonna give it to Arboris. And then I'll upgrade there. Ready this. And pop that down to 1 attack. So I survived that. All right, shield slam. I get to do a bunch of damage or I get to put armor on all my things, and then deal a bunch of damage based on my armor. And they have Tinker play a Mega Gizmo. Okay. So I think I'm gonna start out with Druid's Chant. And let's see, what was mine again? Yeah, that's right. Give all my creatures armor. So I'm gonna try to bait my opponent into dealing with Arboris as my biggest threat, and then I can do 2 hits with the Metamind Overseer to then knock down the attacks of 2 of their creatures, or 1 creature down 6. Because I don't know if they'll be able to answer all 3 of my threats. Mega Gizmo. Voltaic Prophet. Sure, makes sense. Makes sense. Gets that armor. And I could give it +3/+3, so up to 11. And then that's down 6. Let's play that game. That there. This, and then upgrade a creature in my hand. Let's upgrade Everflow Eidolon so we at least have a spirit in our banish pile. Ready this. Give that creature +3/+3. Minus that there. And then I could give 2, 4, 6 armor and deal 6 damage to something. Confirm. So let's just do that to what's been dealing me the most damage so far. All right. Prevailing Tusk Mage. At the end of the turn, you may play one creature for free. Whew! Well, it looks like I've got a bit of a combo going with Nature's Progression in this Preserved Habitat, my Metamind Warden. And I might be able to plop out a big bear here. Give both of us a little health. Picking Dinosaur. Oh, don't mind if we do. Picked Mage. So let's see. I can end up giving it +7 health and then -6 attack to the Stegodon Alpha. I think that's worth doing. Who has the hammer? What do you mean? Go like that. Nature's Progression. There. And upgrade that. That creature gets +3/+3. Ready the Metamind Overseer. We'll go like that to knock that down again a little bit more. And just Botanimate. Oh no. Okay, well, I can't have that. So bring in the bear. Thought the message above me was spam. Am I the one? Oh, the ban hammer. I don't. So I could on my computer, but I don't know if I could run Twitch while I'm running OBS and the digital client. That might crash everything. Yeah, I see that message too. I just have to ignore it because I can't ban it from my phone, which is how I'm watching Twitch. Oh, look at all those tiny little creatures. Well, let's get rid of them. Yeah, sorry about that. That's showing up there. I wish I had the technological horsepower to deal with it. Okay, so I could give it, or we go like that. I think I like that. Upgrade a card in your hand and then discard it. There we go. Give it mobility 2, but then give that creature +3, and let's get that bear rolling. Yeah, Rajadahe, I agree that it's harmless as if everybody ignores it. It's also frustrating. Yeah, and so everybody just ignore it, and we're good. All right, so they have shapeshift. So then that is what's the actual Stu, was it a Forgeborn ability where it says this has the Forgeborn ability if you already use Forgeborn? And I have formation, give a creature 12 attack, and creatures adjacent to it 8 attack. I've got the Metamind Warden and Druid's Chant. That's probably the route I'm going to go with this. Okay. And that could make it an 18-19. And what? This is giving an enemy creature -5 attack. Not +5 attack. No. Undo. Oh no! It's giving it +5 attack. Well, then I'm not going to do that. I'm going to submit a bug report. Three gives attack, not reduced it. Two, and opposing creature upon. Okay. A true betrayer, yes. It's it's actively betraying what I'm trying to do. Was it on an uprising creature? No, it was on a was it a toxic elk? Yeah. Okay. So then I'm going to give that there, put the elk father there. But the frustrating part is that still then I end up losing that trade instead of both of us staying alive. I was counting on that math. And I don't want to have to do this. But I need to in order to make sure we trade. Shoot. Not what I was going for there. What? But then how did it? Okay. Oh, oh, your boy's about to get a little cranky there. Okay. Hmm. Oh, so we've got some options here now. Mobilizing archivist. Let's go like that. Give one of your creatures 3 mobility this turn. Let's give it there. Upgrade a card in your hand. What does that say? That says give one of your creatures +6/+4. Upgrade one of your creatures in your hand. Let's just upgrade Sonic Burst just in case. And you give that creature +3/+3. Okay. Oh no. What a poor play on my part. Shoot. Okay. So 8 or less, that doesn't matter. Nature's Progression. And then I get to upgrade this. So that gets a whole lot. And I'll just go pack Bartok there. So I've got a really big creature and then an annoying creature. How do you get the elk back? That's the level 3. I was dealing with the level 2 toxic elk before. Yep. Getting all sorts of elk going on here. Yes. A wild herd. These toxic, just horrible elk. Let's start at the last 028 and then 4. Okay. That was a big elk for level 2. Yep. Yep. They did a great job of pumping that up a lot. Okay. I got an advantage. I just need to hold on. An arborist there will be, yeah, right. Didn't quite get up to back up to 50. Opponent resigned. Good game. Okay. So I haven't used the Tempest at all. Let's see if we can get the Tempest going. Yeah, good game indeed. To the opponent, they fought hard. All right. So that, and what was this one working with? I think this might need to go with the Necreon because we've got the Exalt and only one Exalt there. So yeah, so let's... All right, Korok. Friday, test 2. I'm guessing this might be my last match for the week. So I will take this time to remind everybody of all of the events and things we got going on. We have $5 sealed events that are going on Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. Central Time. If you are a streamer or a content creator or want to be one, you can get into these events for free. All you have to do is reach out to me on Discord ahead of time before you register for the event, and you shoot me a link to your stream and the email that's associated with your SolForge Fusion account. Then I will be able to register you for free for the event, and you'll probably pick up some extra viewers because we'll be able to promote you all over the Stoneblade Discord. If I get enough time ahead of time, or I figure out a good process for this, I might be able to start tweeting out or have the Stoneblade account tweet out people that are streaming. So you'll get a lot of extra exposure there. We do sealed events Wednesday noon Central Time, which is 7 p.m. Eastern European summertime. So you've got 2 opportunities to do $5 sealed events. And this Saturday, so tomorrow, we have a World Championship Qualifier event. And you can read all about that on the SolForge Fusion events page. Or what did my opponent do here? Okay, Color Souls, got you. Well, let's go like that. So you can read about that, qualifying for Worlds, which is happening at Gen Con this year. Oh. The World Championships you can sign up for on the Gen Con website. You can buy a ticket, then you can sign up on SolForge Fusion website. Let's see. What else do I need to remind people of? We've got a $20 sealed event next Saturday. So a week from tomorrow. That is, you buy the booster, you get it for free. And then based on your placing, you end up getting more prizes. So, and again, content creators, if you're streaming, if you're getting eyeballs on what you're doing, then you will be getting free entry into that event as well. You just got to let me know where you're streaming, and then I'll be able to check it out a little bit. So those are most of the events going on. Let's see if you like the content that I'm doing here. I normally stream Monday nights from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Time, and Lucas the Winter, he streams on Wednesdays from 6 to 7 Central. And those are your opportunities to get your fill of the SolForge Fusion streaming. I know we've got a bunch of other, let's see, 8 damage. Uh, yeah, I'll take that there. Uh, there's a bunch of content creators that are doing content related to set 3 because it's been open. So there's a lot of groups that are, oh, nice switch, uh, that are doing content for opening the last winter product. That's always fun to see. And yeah, I think that's most of the announcements. Bionic Soup, I'd love to stream more sealed events for sure. Hopefully, we get some Australian time zone friendly. Yes, uh, that is in the works to get more Australian time zone friendly sealed events. So be on the lookout for those because those are coming at some point in the not too distant future. Uh, yeah, so because we want to be reaching out to everybody that we can. We love growing this community. What am I doing? Fleet Giant. Not too much help until it's going to be too late. That's a deployability. Um, I guess we are just going to start going like this. I like that combo. I like that combo. Maybe I don't want to do the Windweaver Seer there. Let's just take out that Gizmo instead. Because I've got better options in that lane. Okay. So they have steal a level 1 creature from my banished pile. And I get to play a Tempest card for free. Okay. Hmm. Let's go. Ooh. I think we're gonna go like this and play the shard back for free. And then I'll do the mausoleum to deal 2 damage to the shard back, which then deals 2 damage to all enemy creatures. And then I get a slay trigger out of that. So then I gain 3 health, the enemy takes 3 damage. I can live with that. Oh, that's gross. Not a fan of that. Oh, then that means that I need to take care of that so it won't be a problem next time. And they're going to take Hantu. Probably, because I got the level 1 Hantu in my banish pile. Grave Robbery, that might be the best spot to have that Forgeborn ability. And I kind of lost where my opponent... Okay, so now this is where we run into problems. Reanimate that creature unless the enemy player takes 3 damage. Does anybody know if this is going to be the Gizmo minion or the Neralny? Because if it's the Gizmo, I don't want to take the damage. And I won't have enough time to have people respond. Nerali and Golfer. Nerali? Aralni? I think it's left to right, but I don't know. Who's left? My left? So the first thing that would be reviving is this. Well, let's try it. Take damage. And don't take damage. Yep. Y'all were right. Left to right. Okay. Okay. Well, now I might. Oh, not fair. Let's see. So I think if I go Wildfire Maiden, then I can have it double dip, but that's only 2 damage. So the most I could do to something is 4. Hmm. Like that and 2 damage. Okay. Yes, Bionic Soup. It's been a common thing about hopefully making it easier to discern. I let the engineers know immediately because that was a difficult point for me trying to figure that out because how often I'm on stream having to do this. So yeah, I immediately let them know if there's a way, it would be great, and I'll take the damage. I don't like that my opponent's getting more use out of my Hantu than I am. I think then the idea then is to make sure that I get there first and I just pull it out of my banish pile. Okay. So I get to do 2 damage there. And I am not taking that damage. And then we'll go the Summoning Banshee to see if I can reclaim my dead. I will not, well, good to know you're onto it, yeah. What's my opinion on Hantu? I'd love to know the community's opinion on Hantu. Huh. Let's see, I can either block both lanes. Well, that's going to go no matter what. I'd prefer not to have that come back. Or to be gaining a gizmo. Well, that's going to be the nicest means to my end. Never mind. Gorgeous. I think 2 Hantus are basically GG, but one at a time isn't so bad. Let's go like that. And I have to take the damage here because I don't want that pretty good creature coming back and then getting all that deployability from it. Okay. Well, I've got my tools again, but is it going to matter? Give all non-Necrium creatures -3/-3. Well, then I'll just make sure I'm playing Necrium. And at level 2, this Wildfire Maiden is 4. So I've got some things I can do. Shardback is deal 3 damage. That's not going to be enough. Depending on what my opponent does for their first play. Oh, there we go. 7/6. Combat Juggernaut. I may Hantu and then play Wildfire Maiden and activate on Hantu again and then get a Slay trigger from that. I think Zoe Misery, I think Hantu could use a little turning down. I would agree. It's ugh, it's definitely very, very strong, frustratingly strong. And it just highlights the really importance of direct removal. I wonder if I go like this, like if it dealt less damage at each level, if you could choose not to revive, that's what I'd like. Yeah, less damage. I'll go that there. Oh, it's not a May. Oh. Well, then I don't want to do that. But maybe I have to. Okay. Let's go like that. Okay. And they still have theirs. Give all non-Necrim creatures -3/-3, but I'm maintaining that I'm just going to use Necrim creatures. Huh. I don't. That's a pretty weak creature, but I like that it's going to hurt whatever they play next. So let's start with the Stout Maw then, and give the next creature the enemy plays this turn -2/-2. I'm keeping on theme of just playing Necreum. Although I don't think Ike's going to use this -3/-3 because that would damage their creatures much more than mine. Their board. Because it'd take out 2 of theirs. And it wouldn't. Well, now it would at least touch this when we were a seer. But yeah, that's a lot of damage that Hantu does to you or make you do. I think if they didn't make Hantu a spirit, that probably would have helped because of all the spirit synergy and especially spirit reanimation. I think that's causing some problems. Oh, nice. That's not good. Ooh. Switch up to one creature's attack and health. Okay. Deal 4 damage to a creature, you gain 4 health. Well, that's nice. And I think probably the route I have to go with. No. Yeah, but was that just luck, or does the game force it regardless of the order you click the triggers? No, I think this is a good point to talk about. I'm pretty sure it does force it to go left to right. That's how your opponent reads it when they're making their decisions. So this is a good thing to be very diligent about, because we do want to make sure. Yeah. That out of the way. Okay, well, I have to stop the major damage. What is this at this level? That's still, it's 5 and 10. 5, 10, 10. That wouldn't be enough. Okay. So I'll take 2. $13 to 4. Okay. And their Forgeborn ability is give a creature -7, -7. If it's in a lane with one of your exalts, you may give a creature +7, +7. And I give one of your creatures +15 attack. If it's in a lane with one of your exalts, it gets aggressive this turn. So of all the places I can start, oof. Let's see, 4, 8. No, I think it has to be Hantu. Yep. I think it no matter what order for Hantu, no matter what order you as the player chooses clicks on to have it resolve, I think it will automatically for your opponent, and I don't know why, but it seems like it is this way, that it will automatically filter it as their left to right, what they're viewing. Okay. +15 attack. If it's in lane with one of your exalts, it gets aggressive this turn. But I need creatures to stay alive and block. Otherwise, your boy's dead. So we're going to go like that. Reanimating a level 1 creature. What would it be? Oh, no! And that's going to be it. Good game. Good game, Mike. Uh-oh, and my computer's getting really slow. Yeah, my camera is definitely waning a little bit. But it looks like that's going to be it for the week for us. Yeah, good game, Ike. Let's show this the close of the program, close of the week. If you're looking to get more involved, please scan that QR code, and that is going to take you to an interactable version of that slide that you see here. Everything on there pretty much is clickable. It takes you to Stoneblade page, takes you to SolForge Fusion. If you haven't heard of the new Stoneblade Entertainment game, you got to be kidding me. That one just came out in Targets. I verified, actually Zoe Misery and I verified that it's at pretty much every Target in the Twin Cities area. I can't quite speak for the rest of the world, but it's a super fun kind of liar's dice, press your luck kind of bluffing game. It's really, really a great time. If you want to be checking out the Stoneblade news channel, that's on Forge. We publish one episode every month. Lucas and I, we talk about news from all the Stoneblade games, including SolForge Fusion. This week we actually got to play some SolForge Fusion. I'll let you all check that out to see about the results on that. Join our Discord if you haven't already. Follow us on Twitter. And again, if you are a streamer or content creator and want to be doing content for the show, not for the show, for the game, then you can reach out to me and we can be getting you the free entry into our sealed events as long as you give me your stream link, so then we can start promoting the streaming that you do. And if you haven't yet left a review for the digital client on Steam, please do so. We are only a couple of reviews away from getting bumped up a rating tier, which would be good for the algorithms to let other people see this game and kind of get it out to the masses. So please leave a review for the digital client. Follow us on Twitter, Discord, watch on Forge, watch the weekly streams on Monday. Otherwise, have a good weekend. Thank you everybody for showing up.